fun of me for flying solo. And now you're just reckless.
Close to the sun.
Okay, this is Confidently Insecure, the podcast where we're absolutely sure
I'm
we
not
don't
ready.
know everything.
Are you just gonna start
I gave
without me?
Kelsey so much time.
Oh my god. Hi. Oh my god. Cupid.
Do you see how red your...
Oh my god. Cupid is shooting my bow through your arrow. Flutter, flutter, hearts afly.
Okay, why is it a baby that's making people fall in love?
He's a cherub.
Are they not babies? Ew, were cherubs like vampires in that they don't age?
Potentially.
I'm uncomfortable by the whole thing. They're naked, usually. They're shooting us with arrows. Where'd that come
Danger.
from?
I'm glad you asked. I have a whole history about it.
Well, I know-
Welcome to the podcast. We're doing an episode on Valentine's.
I'm right here.
I'm yelling at you. You started without me. I tried to come and match the energy, and now I'm being yelled at. How you
Happy
doing?
Valentine's Day.
Is it? Is it happy? Are we
Hi.
happy?
I mean, I'm always pretty happy.
This is my that's a lie. This is my first Valentine's Day not in a relationship in 5 years.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I've... Oh, no. Oh, my God.
What?
So 2 Valentine's Days ago
Okay.
is when the guy I was hooking up with asked if I wanted to be boyfriends.
Ooh, which one?
Madison.
Uh-huh.
And he brought me a thing of flowers.
Uh-huh.
And it was very cute, actually, because we went to the farmer's market, or we went to Melrose Trading Post. I think it was a Sunday, I guess. And after we went back to his place, and I like pulled my pants down, and I was on purposely, well, I mean, to fool around, but I was wearing like lacy, like purple, like underwear. It was like
On purpose?
Yeah, for Valentine's Day.
Oh my God, okay,
it was like
I'm
lacy
sorry.
I'm sorry, it's brand new territory wearing lacy underwear.
I've
on
never heard
Valentine's.
you wear like dressing up.
Exactly.
You put in effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do that, and I
Congrats.
crawl up on the bed, like obviously with my ass towards him, and I turn around. He has his pants down, and he's wearing lacy underwear.
No!
And we like laughed, and like it was cute.
Oh my God. So that's a good Valentine's Day memory.
A year later, to the day I broke up with him.
Also great Valentine's
On
Day.
Valentine's
memory.
Day. This is the thing.
Huh.
It made me assess
Uh-huh.
if I saw anything with him. Because like Valentine's Day, it's like a magnifying glass on love
Is
and
it?
relationships, or it has been in my head.
I feel like for the past 5 years on this podcast, I've either not acknowledged it because it's not that big of a deal. And I try to say like, it's capitalism. Who cares? Like, don't make yourself feel bad. Just like treat yourself.
Totally.
But now that I'm single,
You feel bad?
no, I just feel
okay.
differently. I feel like it's worth addressing again.
Oh, for sure.
It's worth having an episode about. So tomorrow's Valentine's Day for people out there in the world.
If you're listening to this the day it comes out, which
Yes.
you should be.
Mondays, Confidently Insecure with Zach and Kelsey. So I figured we could do like a little bit of a brief history.
Let me tell you what I think I know.
Okay.
It is based off of Saint Valentine, who was a martyr,
Oh.
and he famously gave back eyesight to the jailer's daughter. And he was being executed, and the jailer's daughter was blind, and he gave her back eyesight, and he left her a note saying, "With love, your Valentine."
Did you just make all that up?
No,
Where did you get that from?
I just like Wikipediaing Valentine's Day.
When?
I don't know, 2002.
Okay, no wonder it's so incorrect. Okay, so while some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to commemorate the anniversary of Valentine's death or burial.
Okay, Saint Valentine.
Okay. Others claim that the Christian church may have decided to place St. Valentine's feast day in the middle of February in an effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of Lupercalia.
Lupercalia? Okay, what's that? Lupercalia.
Let's look it up.
That's a beautiful name.
And History.com
Lupercalia.
says that it is an ancient pagan festival held every year in Rome on February 15th.
Isn't it so funny how many pagan holidays have been ripped off by the church and like repackaged?
Well, unlike Valentine's Day, Lupercalia was a bloody, violent, and sexually charged celebration awash with animal sacrifice, random matchmaking and coupling in the hopes of warding off evil spirits and infertility.
It's like the Purge and Halloween
plus sex.
Okay,
Yes.
I think we need to bring back Lupercalia.
Well, apparently the church was like, we're instead going to celebrate. We're gonna do Valentine's Day instead of this Lupercalia thing because we're church people.
So now instead of slitting your neighbor's throat and fucking the hole,
yes,
you're gonna get them a cute little card with a Power Ranger on the front that says Mighty Morphin Valentine's Day.
Who didn't love those Power Ranger Valentines?
Yeah, with like a little piece of candy tape to it or whatever.
When they forced everyone to get one for each other.
You had to get everyone one, and you went around and you like put it in their basket or their desk or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's like
cute.
You're lucky. You're fucking the chosen one if someone gets you something on Valentine's Day.
Nowadays, I think I might find it eerie.
You want to hear what's fucking eerie?
Yes. Lupercalia.
Celebrated at the Ides of February or February 15th. Lupercalia, if I'm saying this wrong, don't Google it, was a fertility festival dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as to the Roman founders Romulus and Remus. To begin the festival, members of the Luperci, an order of Roman priests, would gather at a sacred cave where the infants, here's where the babies come in, Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, were believed to have been cared for by a she-wolf or lupa. The priests would sacrifice a goat for fertility and a dog for purification. They would then strip the goat's hide into strips, dip them into the sacrificial blood, and take to the streets gently slapping both women and crop fields with the goat hide.
Wait, you can't slap women and fields. That doesn't even make
sense. Crop fields. So they were slapping the corn and women on like a drive-by.
All right, corn and women, line up.
Far from being fearful, Roman women welcomed the touch of the hides because it was believed to make them more fertile in the coming year. Later in the day, according to legend, all the young women in the city would place their names in a big urn. Oh my God, this is like a swingers party.
A key
the
party.
city's bachelor would each choose a name and become paired for the year with his chosen women. And these matches often ended in marriage. This is what I'm talking about. Why aren't we doing this anymore? This is like the Hunger Games, but for fucking.
Wow. That's okay. First of all, I don't believe in marriage, gay or straight.
Okay.
But I like the concept of marriage being a 1-year commitment and you have to reapply and renew the document every single year.
With updated terms and conditions.
Sure. Or just like to the government where it's like, oh, our marriage license expires. Are we doing this again? Like you have to reassess if you want to be married again. And I love this is like arranged marriage by fate. And then
it's like a big bingo ball system.
Yeah.
But what if you got paired with someone you don't like?
I mean, but in that, okay, now we're talking like rom-comville. Because it's like, he was an abusive alcoholic. She was also an abusive alcoholic.
Are you talking about us?
I'm just saying, like, and they got paired together by the murderous Lupercalia.
Yeah.
And like, then it's like they fall in love by the end.
Okay. Someone write that history movie. Why have we only ever heard of Saint Valentine? Why haven't we heard about Lupercalia?
I don't think your information is accurate.
Okay, this is...
The word Valentine didn't even come into your story.
I said, while some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to commemorate the anniversary of Saint Valentine's death or burial.
But then you said everything else and didn't say the word Valentine once. So where does Valentine come into yours? Oh my God, does the she-wolf like give birth to a winged baby?
He's a Roman saint. What did he do? It was 2 guys preaching the good word in Rome in the 3rd century, and one was martyred.
Okay.
What did he do?
I think all you had to do was like have a dissenting opinion in that day.
Oh, Saint Valentine defied the emperor's orders and secretly married couples to spare their husbands from war. Huh. So
you didn't have to go to war if
you
you were married?
I guess not.
That doesn't make sense either.
Wait, here's 6 surprising facts
about
Saint Valentine.
He was circumcised.
I saw one and it's very funny, so I'm giggling. Okay. Saint Valentine, who inspired the holiday, may have been 2 different men. Fun fact.
Well, you said 2 people at the beginning of that.
Okay. 2 of them. There was one from the Bishop of Tournai.
Mm-hmm.
And another guy. In all, there are about a dozen Saint Valentines plus a pope.
Wow, we were really just doling out that saint title.
Seriously. This is funny. Valentine is the patron saint of beekeepers and epilepsy.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Saints are certainly expected to keep busy in the afterlife. Their holy duties include interceding in earthly affairs and entertaining petitions from living souls. In this respect, Saint Valentine has wide-ranging spiritual responsibilities. People call on him to watch over their lives of lovers, of course, but also for interventions regarding beekeeping and epilepsy, as well as the plague, fainting, and traveling.
The plague, fainting, and traveling?
What the fuck was going on in Rome?
And they knew what epilepsy was? And bees?
No, bees. Those foreign objects, those
winged,
UFOs.
the flying pebbles, we called them.
You can find Valentine's skull in Rome. It is on display in the Basilica.
I'm also pretty sure that like there's a process to becoming declared a saint, and one of the things is like your body doesn't decompose as fast.
What?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you have to like dig up a person that they presume to be a saint, and like if they didn't decompose, they were a saint.
So wait, you're sainted in the afterlife? You're not a saint?
I don't think you're a saint while you're living.
Shut up.
Maybe don't Google that, you guys. But maybe we'll Google it.
So there was an English poet, Geoffrey Chaucer, who may have invented Valentine's Day.
Wait, why don't we know this? What did he tweet around then?
There was no record of romantic celebrations on Valentine's Day prior to a poem that he wrote around 1375. He links a tradition of courtly love with the celebration of a Saint Valentine's feast day, an association that didn't exist until after his poem received widespread attention. So he might have just made this all up. About he was just, someone was like, hey, that's a good idea. What else you got on that subject? And he's like, epilepsy, bees. There was 2 of them. And they're like, oh my God, this guy's having a fucking real wackadoodle spiral.
But the concept that he spurred Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So it's almost like how Burning Man was just like 4 friends on a beach, and now it's like 75,000 people.
Yeah. So again,
he's a trendsetter. Yeah.
What do you know about Galentine's Day?
Is that when girls celebrate?
Okay, sexist.
Gals.
Yeah.
Is it?
So Galentine's Day was the creation of beloved fictional Deputy Director of Parks and Recreation, Pawnee, Indiana, Leslie Knope. The show's writers centered the 16th episode of the second season of Parks and Rec around Leslie's favorite February tradition, Galentine's Day. Over a brunch of waffles and excessive gift giving, Leslie celebrates the joy of female friendship with close friends and coworkers. What was previously an unknown and unofficial holiday immediately skyrocketed in popularity, so much that businesses have created Galentine's Day promotions in honor of the celebration. So special happy hours, group spa discounts, and brunch deals are popular ways to honor the occasion, as the once fictional holiday filled a void in the Valentine's Day market that left single women feeling alienated by the pomp and circumstance of the lovers' holiday. And it is celebrated today on February 13th.
And then the day after Valentine's Day is steak and a blowjob day.
What?
Pretty sure.
What are you talking about?
It's like the bro version. It's like, yeah, I took my bitch out on Valentine's Day, and now I get steak and a blowjob.
I have never heard of that.
Well, you're not a bro like me.
No, because you give off such bro.
What was Singles Awareness Day? Is that just like the singles version of Valentine's Day? Have you heard that?
I think that's just where you raise your hand and you go, me, pick me. I'm done.
Me.
Have you ever had solo Valentine's Days?
Most of mine.
Really?
I have not. First of all, I don't have many long-term relationships. If a short-term relationship was falling around Valentine's Day, it would just be like, haha, it's Valentine's Day. It wasn't like, oh, I really care about you.
Not writing a nice card. You're not going out to a nice dinner.
It's
really?
like, no. Huh. I had most of my memories of Valentine's Day are with like other single friends. And like, that's a safe space to like mock the holiday from.
Yes, absolutely.
And I will take a page in our book about how New Year's Day shouldn't be like a thing.
No.
I want to take the power away from Valentine's Day too, because let's say if you're single and it's all about taking yourself out or showing yourself self-care or self-love, you should be doing that every day.
Every single day, baby.
Maybe not getting $100 mani-pedi or whatever, but like do the stretching, have the tea or the treat drink at Starbucks. Like you should be like expressing love to yourself every chance you get.
Absolutely.
So you don't like wake up on February 14th and be like, I'm so alone. No one, you know.
Pre-plan for the Valentine's Day if you think you're good. First of all, doesn't it always fall on like a fucking Tuesday?
Yes. Yes. I wonder if there's a math to that. I cannot picture a Friday or Saturday Valentine's Day.
I don't think there's ever been. Don't Google it.
Don't Google that.
But if you think that a solo Valentine's Day is going to rub you a certain way and not in the sexy way, pre-plan for this
to keep yourself like busy or whatever.
Yes. Like right now, I'm seeing an array of friends, you know.
Lots of poles and holes.
I certainly do have one consistent person that we all know about. Maybe by the time this episode comes out, who knows what's going to be going on. But I told this person, I said, look, now that I'm single for the first time, this is how I feel about it. I used to be like, who cares? Don't make it a big thing. We could just cook at home, whatever. But now I'm kind of like, if you don't get me a fucking box of Sour Patch Kids.
Ew, Sour Patch Kids.
You don't like Sour Patch Kids?
I don't really like fruity candy.
Bye.
I like chocolate. If I'm going to have like hollow calorie sweets, I want like chocolate or a baked good. I don't want chewy fucking.
I'm a sour girl all the way.
No.
Where my sweet tarts, where my chewy
Ew,
sour worm bitch
my
is
like
at.
my body's like, what's going on?
See, chocolate to me, I'm kind of like, ugh.
What?
It's a sluggish material.
Oh, where are my chalk heads? Wait. Are you the girl saying, seriously, don't get me anything for Valentine's Day? And then you're like, he better get me something for Valentine's Day.
I have never been that bitch except for right now.
Is it because you know that Sir will be getting you something for Valentine's Day?
I don't assume that.
I'm looking at a director's chair that's not engraved. So what's that called? Embroidered with your name that you got the day your movie was announced.
He was very sweet about that. That was a very sweet gift.
He's definitely going to express his, and the fucker is obsessed with like love.
He is?
I think so.
I don't think he's told me he's never been in love before. He thinks he's like I've said it, but I didn't mean it.
Wow, isn't that fucking psychotic to hear out loud?
No, because I've 100%
everyone's done
that.
it, but it still doesn't mean it doesn't sound less psychotic.
No, I think Jared's the only person that I had real love with, like real adult love. Jared last year on Valentine's Day, he woke up and I didn't say anything, and then I was like, oh, happy Valentine's Day. And he was like, happy Valentine's Day. And then he like went outside and was like, I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Stop.
And I was like, don't go buy flowers.
Don't give me
because
Trader Joe's flowers.
It was fucking Valentine's Day. But Jared would also do sweet things. Like he would bring flowers home for no reason sometimes.
Year round.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
This is what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Year round.
Yes.
Valentine's Day.
So take the pressure off of fucking Valentine's Day is my whole thing.
I fucking agree.
Watch a movie with yourself, order in if it's going to bother you. I honestly could probably go this whole fucking Tuesday without doing a single themed thing. I just really do like sour lollipops and treats that it gives me an excuse to have fun. I don't want to go out to dinner. Don't take me out to dinner. Oh my God, on
Valentine's Day.
The reservations, the fucking prefix menu.
Obviously, you're wearing something that you've like calculated.
The putting on the makeup.
Yeah, no.
The red lipstick.
It's very much like New Year's Eve.
Yes, it's giving New Year's Eve energy. I don't want it. Fucking take it away. Take Cupid, shoot yourself. You should shoot yourself, Cupid.
It'd be so hard to shoot yourself with an arrow because you'd have to pull it. You'd have to use your feet, I think, to pull the arrow back.
Wow.
And like hold it like between your knuckles.
Between your toe knuckles.
And then it go like right between your eye or something.
Hell yeah. I'd pay money to see that.
To see a baby kill itself.
Okay.
With a bow and arrow.
So, Zachary.
I'm immortal, baby.
I have got the top 10 most popular gifts for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
What do you think number one is?
Roses.
Surprisingly, no.
Box of chocolates.
It is box of chocolates.
Is the second one flowers?
No.
Really?
Flowers is number 5.
That boggles my mind.
Guess what number 2 is?
Jewelry?
Perfume cologne. I would have thought flowers for sure. Maybe this isn't in the order. But whatever.
This better be a .gov site.
Yes, no, it's absolutely
like a census.
This has been researched, as all things on this podcast are.
Wait. Let me guess more of them.
Okay.
Like going out to dinner.
Yes.
Going on a vacation.
Correct. A relaxing
Jewelry.
weekend for 2. Jewelry/watches.
It's nothing dirty like sex.
Lingerie.
Lingerie.
Number 9 was something
Choking.
that can't something that can't be bought, which I think means cock.
Oh, something that can't be bought?
Yeah.
Like a coupon book?
Yeah, like a back rub for 2.
One taint massage.
Ew. And the next one is
Why ew? Why are you kink shaming taints?
And I'm not.
Have you ever had your taint massage?
I don't know that.
Do you
girls
have a
really
taint?
have taints.
Yeah, you have space between your vag and your...
It's very small compared to y'all. Y'all have a whole ass muscle vein going through there.
We have a big landing pad.
I was writing jokes for this audition the other day, and we were talking about the M&Ms. People freaking out about the
my God.
M&Ms.
Let candy be whatever gender it feels like it is.
You know what I said? I said we're all ignoring the fact that Snickers just is a giant dick vein.
Oh yeah.
And like we're not talking about that. The fact that all under dicks look like Snickers.
Yeah.
Where do you think they got that modeling chocolate after? Someone just modeled a cock and was
probably some porn star.
Exactly. Bottle of wine.
Okay.
Gift for exploring your relationship, which these I can actually attest to. I own 3 out of 5 of these little games for Valentine's
dice?
Day. No, it's the personalized story of us, which is like a custom book you both write in stuff about each other.
How did that turn out?
We broke up. I don't know if you heard. We're Not Really Strangers, couples edition. We're Not Really Strangers is a hot and poppin' game for connecting with people.
Is that like meeting in the bar as strangers?
No, but that's hot.
I don't like role play. I don't think I understand role play.
Oh, I love role play.
Seems like work.
This one's really good. The Adventure Challenge Couples Edition, which it's a booklet. Mm-hmm. I think it got me on an IG ad. Jared bought it for us. And it gives you choices of surprise dates, and it gives you like rubrics. So if you want to stay home and spend no money, then you scratch off this one.
That's cool.
But if you want to like this one,
go out and spend $100.
Exactly. So that one was really good. And that's it for the most popular Valentine's Day gifts.
What do you have a go-to gift?
The confidants have heard me say this a million times. I like to go for experiences over things.
Yeah, same.
So for me, like a couples massage at like a cheap like Thai massage spot is really nice because you can get more bang for your buck.
Are you both getting jerked off at the end?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, straight culture again differs from gay. No, kidding.
What you guys are doing. I also love like an afternoon picnic in the park.
Picnic in the pork.
And I like
a big blanket.
I do. You know what I do love?
What?
Have you ever just gotten a really nice personalized card where someone just kind of like pours their heart out to you?
Oh, I like cards with money in them. So if they paired
no, not what I said.
Even if it was $20, like, yes, like express that you love me or whatever, but like also pop some cash in there.
That for sure is coming off. It came all the way out of its socket.
Yeah, it did. She's talking about my shoulder.
I'm talking about his microphone. There it goes. We're back in.
Oh, yeah.
Question for you. Are you planning for sex on Valentine's Day?
No.
Because we overhype it, and then when it doesn't happen because you ate a fucking 6-course prefix meal, some fucking bubbly and Sour Patch candy, I'm tired. I'm tired and battling a potential yeast infection.
Yeah, also, again, like, the more we talk about it, the more kind of silly the whole thing sounds.
It really does.
Like, this is the day where you get candy and flowers and perfume, and he takes you to the beach for like a sunset, you know, and then you fuck on the sand.
Ow.
Yeah, it's like it's also just like, okay, like how about we do one of those things? Like, let's get a bunch of candy.
Yes.
And like fool around, eat the candy.
Put gummy bears in your fucking snatch.
And then like, how about Sunday? We do the walk on the beach.
Yes, exactly.
Like, instead of blowing your load.
Literally.
Quite literally in one random calendar day where you're also comparing and despairing to people online a little bit.
God, right?
And it's that whole expectations never live up to the reality.
Amen. That's the other thing too, is like, if you're prepping for a solo V day, just prepare to not fucking be on Instagram that day. If you know, seeing your friend, like if you're feeling like it's a hard day for you to go, good for them, not for me, stay off the social meds.
Yes.
You know?
Honestly, treat yourself to that anytime.
Oof.
They should have like a requirement in social media that like for every 4 positive posts, you also post something very sad about your life. I'm kind of serious, I think.
Got a new job, loving my fresh haircut.
Had to put my childhood
had to put my childhood dog down. Honestly, I feel like that was the onus of Be Real, the app. Do you do Be Real?
I think I did delete it from my phone.
I was into it for a minute because I like to see like what my crushes were doing, but now I don't care.
Annoying. It was annoying. I never felt I know, and you're right, this is not the purpose of Be Real. I felt like I always looked like a troll person, and I was like embracing it. I was like, yeah, whatever. This is
Zach, I'm going to tell you something that
I
you
always
may
look
not
like
like
a
to
troll
hear.
person.
No, it's not that. On your very best day and your very worst day, you look exactly the same to me.
That's because you don't see me as like a sexual being. It's just like how I would never notice you got a haircut. I'd be like, that's Kelsey.
Like you on set with like your makeup done and your wardrobe picked out.
Oh,
like,
looks the same as
you
now.
look exactly the same to me. You're so right. It's just like the sexual chemistry is off the charts, baby. But like, no.
But that's like that's like a really comforting thought to me, because it's like when I hear a friend who's really down on themselves for how they look, or like, oh, I really want to like drop 8 pounds or whatever the thing is, I'm like, wow, I like don't see that.
No. We're
at
our own worst
all.
enemies. Yeah.
Also, I think there's this like, I'm trying to let go of this too with like, as I get older in comedy, I'm like, people are here to laugh at what I have to say coming out of my brain. Maybe 0.25% of them are here because they think I'm cute, but these people are here because I'm funny.
Yeah.
So like, let go of this I have to be attractive thing. This is such a sidebar, but
No, this is therapeutic for you. This is good.
yeah,
You're really having a moment.
well, Valentine's Day, love, single,
Self-love.
Be Real, social media.
Are we just saying words? Boba.
I was just like how
plant.
I was linking it all. I was like trying to find my way back to the path.
Why don't we do a dating no filter question?
We should do a few, shouldn't we?
Okay, yeah, because it's Valentine's Day. Okay. This one is from @court, and I'm not going to spell it just in case you want to remain anon. But your dating no filter question is this. My significant other and I are on a break, dating 4 years. How do you know if you should get back together?
Wait, they've been together 4 years and now they're taking a break?
Yes. My no filter answer?
Yeah.
It's over, babes.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
done.
that would be mine too.
4 years is long enough to know. If you still don't know, go do something else for a while. When we're on a break, I don't believe in breaks.
Really?
No, not at all.
So
When
you
we're
just
on
play
a break,
on or off?
yes, because it gets messy, it gets confusing. I think a lot of people use it as an excuse to just hook up with other people because they're uncomfortable being non-monogamous, which is totally fine. It's not for everyone. But breaks are not usually thought out to be in consideration of the other person. It's, I need a break. I need to go do something. I need something that you're not giving me or I'm not giving myself. So just go do that thing. Don't have the weight of the relationship waiting for you to come back to, that's hanging over you. It's like asking, just free yourself. Both of you free yourself. And if you both decide to fully come back, that's a different story. But this break, I don't like it.
I also shudder at the thought of being in a position where I'm waiting to see if my lover wants me. Like if like yeah, he just says he needs like some time to like, do this thing and like think and like travel, whatever. I hate the concept that like I'm just like in the wings, like I hope he chooses me over Spain. Like I hope he chooses me over this other thing. I just like, I don't know, the break. I guess I get, okay, you've been together 4 years. You're on a break right now. I can't predict the future. You probably can't predict the future. I know Kelsey can't predict the future.
Lies.
And it's like, so there is a world in which you are on a break for 3 months. You get back together and you're like, I really missed you the whole time. I really missed you. Like what we have is so much better than anything I've had before. But like, there's nothing wrong with like reassessing. If you get back together, see how long it lasts before you take your next break. If it's shorter than 4 years, I think you're on the path of inevitable breaking up for good.
Amen.
Because I've seen this with a friend recently, was with the guy for like 9 months. They had a fight, broke up for a week, got back together 3 months, fight, broke up, back together.
Because knowing that it's there weeks. On the table, it's always the fucking out.
Yeah, and you really have to just like, I don't know, like you have to move on. Mm-hmm. You can't straddle these things because
we're holding on, we're keeping it in our back fucking pocket. That's what it is. And do you really want to be in someone's back pocket, or do you want to be their fucking whole pair of pants?
Yeah, you want to be their Calvin Klein briefs, just holding their genitalia
very close to their body, keeping it warm at night.
Yeah.
Okay, Court, that's our answer. It's over, sis.
Okay, that wasn't succinctly our answer.
Okay,
but
that was mine. Here we go. At Kayla once, well, I'm not going to read your whole thing because you didn't specify if you want to be anonymous. Blah, blah, blah. Should I confront a ghoster or let go?
No, let go.
Let go.
Let go.
But you know what? Let me play devil's advocate here since it's Valentine's Day and I'm feeling spicy. Fuck that. If you want to know if you are truly like done, because there's a difference between
I kind of want this person to.
Yes. And if you're kind of like, bitch, you weren't that cute anyways, and we didn't even like I wasn't trying to fuck anyway, I would be like, yo, just to know, what's up? What's good?
No, this is an extension of why do you need that? Why can't you self-soothe? Why can't you
entertainment?
What? Oh, you're just doing it for baby, there's too many shows that I haven't watched. This happened. This is a delicious little mini episode I just had. Matched with this guy on Tinder. I famously never have any traction on Tinder. I swear to God, I have 1,100 matches, almost no active conversations. None. I'll start him. Hey, how's it going? How was your Halloween? Nothing. Or,
well, babe, it's February.
Hey, loving that dog. What do you mean? Oh, well, no, I'm saying just like in general. Yeah. Hey, what's your dog's name? I would love to give him some boops. You know, I give you a boop. You know what I mean? Cute.
Maybe they think you're trying to sexually assault their dog.
Okay, Kels. Anyway, I try to get these conversations going. Nothing. I matched with this guy. This is like a week ago. Matched with this guy on Friday morning. We message. I'm like, oh my God, he's messaging. Just moved to WeHo for this marketing job, whatever. When he says, when can we meet?
Oh my God.
And I go, well, I have like time this afternoon if you want to get coffee. And I was like, when's good for you? And he goes, the sooner the better. And I go, okay, I'm going to be like in your part of West Hollywood around 2. Great. Then he's like, oh, I now have a Zoom at 3. Let me hit you up as soon as it's over. And I go, sounds good. Oh. This is text now. We've switched to text. We're
weird.
Don't hear from him.
Let's FaceTime him.
Ha 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 ha.
I want to FaceTime him.
Don't hear from him, right? So Friday, I'm like, but I've gotten to the point in my life where, again, I love myself so much that I'm like, my rule is keep living your life.
Yes.
And you do not pause,
no.
hold someone's hand. Hey, were you still wanting to get caught? No. He said he was going to hit me up after this Zoom. Mm-hmm. Monday, 4 p.m. I hear from him.
No.
Hey, cutie, how was your weekend?
No.
And I go, it was really great. Thanks for asking. Although I think we have different communication styles, so I'm going to bow out. I hope you have a good experience in West Hollywood.
What'd he say?
He said, that's understandable. You too, babe.
No excuse.
No.
See, that's just not being considerate of your time.
But it's ghosting too. He like literally, I'll hit you up after this Zoom.
To 4 days later.
4 days later.
That's called like zombieing, I think, where like they rise from the dead out of nowhere. Where you're like, what up?
Sure.
You fucking little crusty dead fuck.
To be clear, my first animal instinct is to eviscerate them, to ask for an explanation, to show them how they're wrong, to explain how I deserve better. That fucking person
doesn't deserve your thoughts.
They don't.
Honestly, this happened to me recently with a guy that I matched. This is where I got annoyed, is that we matched on Bumble. We talked forever on Bumble, had great text chemistry. We moved over to texting. We are voice noting long voice notes back and forth to each other about shows, different things. He got COVID. I went out of town. He was sick. Then it was finally like our date night, and we hadn't made solid plans, which is number one, like X for me, is normally I'm like, I need time and place to put my
sure need
calendar.
time.
Yes.
Like if it's a coffee, I'm like, does 10 a.m. work for you?
See, yeah, I think
then
we went
put
like,
it in the
let's
calendar.
plan for dinner Tuesday.
Okay,
and we
that's
didn't
like vaguely.
say, though, we didn't say like where we were going to go, what
what
the time.
Yeah.
And then like he messaged me like at 5 p.m.
On Tuesday?
Yeah. Like, hey, I have this big thing tomorrow that came up and I need the night to like prep for it and da. And yes, my first instinct was like, oh, I'm more bummed that my energy was gearing towards getting excited to go on a date tonight.
Yeah.
I cared less about the guy or like the loss of the connection.
That's good.
I was just like, my mindset was shifted to like,
right.
Oh, my plans are canceled, when for someone like me, who it takes a lot of fucking energy to put on pants and makeup.
Yeah.
To shift. That's what I was more like, I wish he could get the burn of my anger of that. I really don't think he should get a second thought about canceling, because I really don't give a fuck, actually.
That's good. I feel like that's you in a good space.
Yeah.
But I will say no. First of all, no explanation they give is probably going to satisfy you if you get one. And then you've kind of just like given them a little bit of an ego boost, I think.
Yes.
To see that like, oh, like
she's so on my cock
so into
about
it. Yeah. Or, oh God, a little crazy.
Yeah.
Like I was just dealing with family stuff and you... No.
Style.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm over it. I left bad texters in last year. So if someone ghosts, or like, I consider it a blessing. If anything, I'm upset that they maybe like ruin. Like I said no to other plans because they said we were going on out. Yeah. But you know, I literally got canceled on for a coffee date this morning. Not a date, but a coffee with someone, you know, and I had to contact them last night. I was like, hey, still good for coffee tomorrow? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I was going to text you, blah, blah. And I like check out. I'm like,
do you know what I think a big difference is too? Is like, and this is going to be controversial, dating people who are sober.
Oh,
are better at keeping plans.
For sure.
Especially when it's like pre-made plans. We just plan our time better, I think.
Yeah.
It's
we're
not just
present.
like, oh, we'll grab a drink and blah, blah, blah. And if it's going to change plans, it's usually a very valid reason.
And this is the thing.
And by valid, I just mean clear communicate.
Because even if it's just like even if it's something like you don't want to tell them like I got a better offer, like Kelsey wants to take me to the premiere of this thing, I don't necessarily want to go to get a drink with this person, so I'm like, oh my God, hey, work thing came up. But I tell them the second I make the decision to change the plan.
Right.
And if I contact you and that's how I find out I'm canceled on, I'm done.
Unless
you're out.
I will allow that for close friend. That is close friend behavior. If I'm like, hey, are we still going to that movie tonight? And you're like, I'm honestly just kind of like PMSing. I'd be like,
sure.
I'd be like 100%. That's not for dating behavior.
Yeah, that's an established relationship where I'm like, I know Kelsey's not about to ghost me.
No.
She's just got a wicked yeast infection in her throat.
That's thrush, Zachary. We've gone over this so many times.
I'm obsessed with the concept
of thrush.
Yeah.
Try and get thrush this Valentine's
Sounds
Day.
like a good band. If I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it on this gay cruise probably.
which you have already been on for the last week or so.
Oh, and I'm dealing with this thrush.
Should we do one more before we go on to our TTT? Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I won't name them because they didn't say if they wanted to be anonymous or not. Where to even begin, though, is how they start. In my late 20s, let's go with, I'm going to say you're 29, and never dated and hate dating apps.
Okay.
So where do they even begin if they've never dated and they also hate dating apps? Why do you hate dating apps?
Yeah, that's my first red flag with this person, unfortunately. Because, like...
That's the safest place to start.
It is the best place to get your feet wet.
Yeah.
And listen, if you think dating IRL is any less of a war zone than an app, you are kidding yourself.
Yeah.
Also, like, unless you were literally someone with like a flip phone who like doesn't subscribe to like apps and like app culture, you got to get over this loathing of dating apps.
I also think it's if it's I could understand hating dating apps if like you live in an area that's just not fruitful. I think we are a little spoiled where we live. It's like hot single people all the fucking time.
But is there any more fruit on the tree if you go to like the local Applebee's?
Where's there an Applebee's in Los Angeles?
No, I'm saying this person. You're saying if the area is not desirable, dating is going to be just as hard to find someone than it is on an app.
Like my thing is if you hate apps and you've never dated before, you are going to have to get very comfortable with uncomfortability. So you are going to have to be going places alone. Okay, because people aren't going to approach you if you're
striking
constantly
up
in
conversations.
Groups. You're going to have to be okay with starting conversation with people, which a lot of like young and good-looking people feel entitled to like not have to start conversation a lot of times. We just went to a sandwich shop where we walked in and the fucking counter
sandwich
guy,
artist, yeah.
He's gorgeous, by the way. He goes, "Is your name Kelsey?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Are you a Leo?" Or I go,
No,
"Have we met before?"
It's like, yeah.
And he goes,
we had like a dinner moment at a taco place.
Yeah, where we like
at
sat
the Lowe's
next to
Hotel
each other
or near the
at dinner.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
And he's like, "You're a Leo."
And I went, "Whoa,
yeah.
You have a great memory," because that was like 6 years ago.
He's like BuzzFeed.
And
he kept naming like listing like, I mean, things that are Googleable.
Sure, but like I had no recollection of this person.
And it was from like 5 or 6 years ago.
And apparently I bought his dinner that night. But my point is I clearly went to the Lowe's Hotel, had dinner by myself at the bar, struck up conversation with this hot, fucking tall, good-looking sandwich artist.
Yeah.
Gave him my information and bought him dinner. Like I did something that maybe Kelsey 10 years ago would have been like, I would never. I'm too good for that. Or like men should approach me or someone buy me dinner. It's like, bitch, no.
Here are my other pitches.
I'm here to hear them.
One is tell your friends that you're actively looking for dates, that you want to get into the dating pool, see if they can recommend anyone. That person's been vetted at least a little bit. Like, oh, I work with this person. You know, they're fun and cool. Killer. Yeah, we're all going bowling. Let's go. Because a lot of these things
People
now are
bowl.
like group hangs.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is do things that you love.
Yeah.
Like if that's like my sister's got a pottery membership where they give you access to the pottery place anytime. So you can go at 2 a.m. if you want and like use the wheel and stuff.
At 2 a.m. That's
but like
crazy.
She's already made friends there. And it's like,
she's
do
doing
stuff you love and then like, just let fate play its
hand.
Let
the hotties roll on in.
Yeah, so if that's like rock climbing or inner wall, what's it called? Wall climbing?
Bouldering?
No, like when you're
indoor.
Indoor rock climbing.
Sure, it's called
plastic rock climbing.
Yeah,
it's called bouldering.
Yeah,
I thought this is when you jump from boulder to boulder.
In what world?
That's a thing.
Who's doing that?
My ex did it.
What do you mean he jumped from boulder to boulder?
It's like a bunch of boulders in the desert, and you like jump on them.
I can guarantee you that is not what he was doing when he said he was
bouldering. If you're not allowed to Google or ask him.
Okay, I'm going to call him right after this.
Anyway, do stuff you love. Keep your mind open.
And keep your pussy open. Now it's time for TTTTTTTTT. Okay, I have a fantastic TTT that wraps up into. We don't often get thematically aligned TTTs and with our episode titles, but this one I feel like is superb for this episode about Valentine's Day in general and solo Valentine's Day, being single on Valentine's Day, whatever your situation is. This is a TikTok that Zach Noe Towers taught me. This is a Zach Noe Towers talk.
Oh yeah, TikTok via a TTT via ZNT.
Whenever you are feeling down about your situation or your setup or you're depressed, the way to actually get out of that is by doing something for someone else. So if you are going to be alone on Valentine's Day and you know it's going to bum you out, or even if you're just all of a sudden feeling it and you weren't prepared for it, go fucking buy your neighbor dinner. Go walk the dog of your friend. Go take out
your pussy.
Yes. And
make cookies and hand them out to like the people in your complex. Like little Valentines. Do Valentine's Day cards.
Yes. Like you're back in fucking kindergarten. Taking the sadness off of yourself is as easy as doing something nice and kind for somebody else. And ain't that the fucking truth, Zachary?
Dude. Yeah.
And it's that action, right? Because I know what it's like to feel just being on a couch, on a chair, feeling sad for myself. The action is what removes the depression.
For sure.
Doing the opposite of what I want to do, which is self-loathe, which is to crawl inward, which is to get small, which is to go under a cover. The defiant act of standing up and doing something actionable in a moment of depression is what gets you out of fucking depression.
Absolutely. Take the focus off yourself.
That was your wrap up.
Put it on someone else.
Do you have any TTTTs?
So mine is kind of in that same vein about getting in action and like. I think, okay, it's so interesting with mental health, especially since I'm medicated. So it's like I can't as easily remember exactly how I felt in my brain before I started taking action and stuff because the pills I'm on make it easier for me to take action. But there's this whole thing about like, okay, like I know I shouldn't get the Domino's pizza because I'm going to lay here on the couch, eat the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. It's like, but you still do it. Mm-hmm. And you're like, like, why? Like, it's this habit or this cycle that happens. And because you want temporary dopamine or whatever the thing is. But it's like, the TikTok I saw was like, okay, like, you can't get off the couch. That's what you were saying. Like, you can't get off the couch. Could you, if there was a fire in the corner of the room?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, you can get off the couch.
Yeah.
I am relating this to like, okay, do you ever I'm calling it dead family energy.
Please tell me where this is going.
Okay. Because have you ever been like working out or something and you're getting towards exhaustion? Do you ever play in your head like, if you don't do these last 5, they're going to kill your parents. And you're like, it's almost like car off the baby energy. Like what? When women can lift cars when they're on top of their children. Yeah.
So you put a made up scenario in your head.
Yeah, but it's like, it's all happening inside.
Dog, talk about a TTT. Exactly what you're saying, right? So look at your hand. Everyone do this right now unless you're driving. Hold your hand out with the flat palm towards your face. Now, don't do this, but in your head, say, close your fist, close your fist. Say it in your head over and over and over again, but don't do it. Do it. Close your fist. Close your fist. Say it out loud if you want to. Close your fist. Close your fist. And your fist doesn't close, right? That just goes to show you how different your body and your brain are.
Sure.
You can be envisioning your fist closing. You can say it. You can will it to happen. But just because your mind is saying it does not mean your body will fucking do it.
Yeah. Oh, so that's interesting.
That is exactly what you're saying. Of like, I'm on the couch. I can't get up. Well, yeah, you could. If you literally turned your thoughts off, your body would still stand.
Yeah. The motivations.
Separate that mind and body, baby. We're all connected.
It's wild.
But be kind to yourself.
Also, another hack is someone said fall in love with the hard part.
Ooh.
So like, oh, I'm dreading writing because it's like hard to get words on the page. It's hard to you hate writing a whole paragraph and then deleting it because it's not what but you fall in love. You're like, oh, I can't wait to figure out this paragraph.
Ooh.
Fall in love with it. Or it's like you're cold, you're under your blankets, and you're like, oh, I should go to the gym. You're like, oh, I can't wait to like get up.
Feel
really. And like you have to fucking change it in your brain.
It's work.
But like the more you do it, the more you show yourself like, yeah, I do it. Also saying, like I do this with like washing my face and stuff. I'm like, unfortunately, I am someone who washes his face every night. Like I don't want to, but I am someone who washes their face every night.
That was the hack of I don't eat sweets anymore. Or like instead of, okay, it obviously didn't work for very long for me. But like
I'm not someone who eats sweets.
I don't eat cake. So I don't eat cake. I just say it now. Or I don't drink is what people teach you to say.
Like, I don't drink.
Instead of saying like I'm trying not to drink anymore, like I'm cutting back, just say I don't drink.
I don't drink. Just like you don't do meth.
Point blank.
Like
I don't do meth.
So it's easier.
I don't do meth, Zach. I don't.
Kelsey gets real touchy when anyone says that she's a little methy.
No, it's because it's so fucking true. I am like meth, a human personified.
All right.
Oh my God. That's it. We did it. Happy, whether you're celebrating by yourself or with someone else, know that you got two fuckers right here that absolutely love you.
Yeah, we do love you.
Have a happy Valentine's Day or have just a regular ass Tuesday tomorrow.
Yeah, fuck it.
But if you're feeling like giving, you're feeling some love in your heart, give this podcast 5 stars on iTunes. It really helps us get seen. We also want to do live shows for you guys, and we can't do that unless we have enough downloads and listens and people want to support the podcast. So rate this 5 stars on iTunes. If you're not going to rate it, please don't rate it at all because we are sensitive. And we will see you next week. Calm down, boy.